The 9-month developmental milestones are a set of motor, cognitive, social, and language skills that are expected in babies as they reach 9 months of age. These milestones are important to keep track of for test day. So in this video, we'll give you an easy way to remember the 9-month developmental milestones so you'll be ready come test day. It's September, and you know what that means. We're going back to school. Yep, it's the first day of school, where the classroom is filled with fun toys, like this battery-charged remote-controlled car here. Anyways, this first day of school in September is our memory anchor for 9 months of age. Get it? Because September is the 9th month of the year? What's more, the 9-volt battery that powers this toy car can also help you remember the number 9, as in 9-month-old infants. Now, let's get into the important milestones seen at 9 months. This boy really likes playing with the remote-controlled toy car. In fact, he's even crawling on his hands and knees through a play tunnel to chase after it. You know how every school playground had these crawling tunnels? Well, him crawling through this tunnel can help you remember that 9-month-old infants can crawl. This should be pretty easy to remember. Let's move on. Not everyone is excited about the first day of school. This poor girl is throwing a major tantrum on the floor as her mom waves goodbye. Her teacher is gently trying to pull the girl up onto her feet. By the way, pulling this girl up to her feet should help you remember that 9-month-old children can pull themselves up to stand. By this age, infants can pull themselves to a standing position using furniture and other objects. They may also begin to cruise or shuffle around on their 2 feet with support from others. To make her feel more comfortable on her first day of school, this girl brought along her favorite toy tea set. It looks like she's learned all the proper tea party etiquette, since she's daintily holding her cup with 3 fingers. You know how you're supposed to hold a teacup like this with 3 fingers? Well, this picture should remind you of the 3-finger pincer grasp seen in infants at 9 months, because the 3-finger pincer grasp refers to pinching objects between the index, thumb, and middle finger, just like how the girl is holding her teacup here. The 3-finger pincer grasp is a key fine motor milestone that demonstrates the baby is beginning to use her fingers. This control is not quite perfect yet, as babies still cannot hold objects with just 2 fingers. That comes later at 12 months of age. So why is this girl throwing a tantrum? Obviously because she doesn't want her mom to leave. She's desperately calling for her mom to stay by crying out, "Mama!" Her cry for mama should help you remember that 9-month-old infants can say mama or dada. This is a language milestone, and by 9 months, infants babble a lot and begin to string together syllables to form recognizable words like mama and dada. Despite the girl's crying, this mom knows that leaving is still what's best for her kid. As she walks out the door, she turns to wave bye to her crying daughter. Her waving should help you remember that 9-month-old infants can begin to wave goodbye. More broadly, nonverbal gestures like waving and clapping begin to develop around 9 months of age. Lastly, since it's the first day of school, all the kids need to wear a name tag to help everyone learn their names. The teacher just put a big name tag on the crying girl here. Coincidentally, the name tag here should help you remember that 9-month-old infants orient to their name. This means that infants recognize and turn towards the sound of their names. This is another important social and cognitive milestone for the infant. All right, that's all for the development milestones at 9 months of age. Let's recap what we've learned here. By 9 months of age, infants develop the gross motor abilities of crawling and can pull themselves up to stand. They also develop the fine motor ability of holding objects with a 3-finger pincer grasp. In terms of language abilities, 9-month-old infants may begin to string together syllables to say a few words like mama or dada. They also begin to develop nonverbal gestures like waving goodbye. Finally, 9-month-old infants turn and orient to their names. And now we're done with the 9-month developmental milestones. I too remember my first day of using Pixorize, and look at how far we've come now. I'll see you next time.